A very good happy Thursday morning to everyone out there. Happy Baby Friday. We've nearly made it to the end of the work week. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather or not forecast courtesy of On Target. Folks, sweet relief is right here on our doorstep, and you can see it right here overlooking our latest surface overlay along with the satellite imagery that we have early on this Thursday morning. Folks, for the first time, this cold front is finally going to be sliding down to the south and east, making it south of the region. It's going to take its sweet time getting through here. We're going to have a mix of sun and clouds out there early on. Scattered storm chances to deal with this afternoon as the cold front passes. But that sweet relief that we've been waiting on here is just about a half day or so away. So that is fantastic news, to say the least. Let's get a look across the region. D93 Skycam overlooking downtown Bowling Green. Got a few wispy clouds out there. Otherwise, not too much going on. It's warm and soupy, what we've grown accustomed to here. We can expect much of the same before that cold front passes here later in the day. Morgantown Skycam showcasing even more cloud cover looking off to the west from that direction. You can catch back there on the horizon, folks. It's right along the Green River where we've got that fog trying to advance in there. Be aware of that on the morning commute for some low visibility for those of you heading out in those generalized directions. Staying warm and humid, that's a promise. Temperatures and dew points located right there where we've been seeing them, hanging in there like a hair and a biscuit between the low and mid 70s. Going to be pumping those babies up as we work throughout the day. Going to be putting highs right around the 90 to 95 degree mark yet again. Dew points lingering around the low to mid 70s. The good news is we don't have any heat headlines that are currently in place for the Wobbles community and beyond. So that is a sign of the relief that is slowly but surely on the way for us. Here's a look at what the surface map is going to appear like as we work into this afternoon, and you can see that cold front is going to be bisecting right across the heart of the Wobbles community there as it passes through. Let's jump over here now and let's talk about what's going to unfold first and foremost with the chance of thunderstorms. It's not going to be a widespread washout by any means. Here we are working throughout this morning. Might catch a few stray pop-up showers over here in this direction, maybe a few rumbles of thunder. But as we work into this afternoon, you can blatantly see where the cold front is going to be lined out northeast to southwest across the state. And you can see these robust cells that are going to be firing up. It's the same broken record. Folks, excessive rainfall, some localized flooding. We're going to have gusty winds come out of this as well, along with frequent lightning. It's the trifecta of the combo that we've not been able to escape here over the past several weeks with these numerous rounds of showers and storms and intense heat that have been impacting the region. You will note as we work into this evening, the cold front is going to end up south of the Kentucky state and Tennessee state line. We're going to see those showers come to an end as we work into the very early morning hours of our Friday. We should stay dry all the way through the start of the weekend at least. We'll be looking at a few cells making an appearance back in the forecast as early as the Sunday time frame. This is what you're waiting on, folks. You are wanting to see our dew points become eradicated across the region. The rainforest-like atmosphere we've been dealing with is on its final leg, because you'll see here we work through this afternoon. Despite the cold front that's going to pass through here, folks, this afternoon, the air mass is going to be slow to come in here behind and sweep in behind that cold front. So you can still see by around 8 or 9 p.m. tonight, we're still going to be swimming in dew points in the low to mid 70s. But look at by the time that we roll into sunrise on Friday, mid 60s down in this direction. If we even get another little heavier flow here out of the north, Louisville and E-Town down to 53 degrees on the dew point scale. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be a little bit jealous if we don't get down that far, but we will take all that we can get. Here we are working throughout our Friday afternoon. We get into Friday evening, and we're going to drop those dew points right around the upper 50s, lower 60s. Looks like concerts in the park here in Bowling Green. Should be an immaculate forecast to get out there in some relaxing weather, comfortable weather, if you will, to enjoy that, okay? We'll continue to keep the dew points suppressed as we work throughout the weekend. Despite them lodging back up between the low to mid 60s, that's pretty much where we're going to be at all the way through Sunday. We're going to have dew points anywhere between the upper 50s to right around the mid 60s throughout that point in time. enjoy it and soak it in, folks, because as we roll into the early part of next week, we get a return of that late summer heat and humidity. Here we are looking at the 500 millibar level. That's roughly 20,000 feet vertically extended up above our head. We got this massive upper level ridge that's built here over the west. It's allowing this trough and this cold front to slide through here. You will note it's going to stay at bay throughout the weekend. But note, as we roll into next week, you can blatantly see the ridge building back in here out of the south and west over in this direction. Going to have high pressure that'll be setting up just east of the region. Clockwise flow, folks, you know what that means. We're going to be bringing winds here back out of the south and west. We get this little inverted trough that's going to roll through here Sunday into Monday and Tuesday of the new work week. A return of temperatures back into the lower 90s, dew points rising back up into the 70s. Pop-up scattered storms coming right back into the mix for us. It's no surprise with this time of year, folks, but again, as we get late into today, all the way into tomorrow, and then the weekend to follow, soak it in out there, folks, because it is going to be absolutely immaculate for this time of year, all right? We can jump back over here. We have a generalized thunderstorm risk across the entire region today. Severe weather is not expected, folks, but a few cells could become strong with gusty winds and the excessive rainfall and lightning being our primary concerns. We could be looking at anywhere between roughly a ½ inch to an inch of total rainfall. That's not just today, folks. That's over the course of the next week. We're going to be bringing those pop-up storms right back into the mix as early as Sunday afternoon, and that'll continue into the early start of the new work week as well. So right around a ½ inch to an inch of total rainfall can be expected here over the next 7 days. All right, so taking a look here at your 6-day outlook, we got temperatures right around the low to mid 90s today. Still going to be very hot and humid before the front passes, but no heat headlines in place. Look at that sweet relief, folks. Friday into Saturday and Sunday, low to mid 80s, dew points between the upper 50s up towards the mid 60s. It's going to be immaculate. Soak it in. Scattered storms could be making an appearance as early as Sunday afternoon, and then we'll carry a similar pattern all the way through the start of the new work week as well. Friends, it's going to wrap up your Baby Friday edition. Whether or not, Bowling Green forecast presented by On Target. You